Ajin is a supernatural action series set in modern-day Japan. The twist here is that there are a few individuals who are born as something known as an Ajin, which is basically an immortal person with the ability to regenerate body parts and also somehow control these mysterious black ghosts. Our protagonist, Kei, is your ordinary 17-year-old boy until he gets hit by a truck. Luckily for us, Kei is an Ajin, because otherwise this would make for a very abrupt ending. Unlucky for Kei, however, is that he experiences the pain of death as he is trapped underneath this truck alongside with the realization that he is no longer human. These other Ajin which we're introduced to have varying personalities, but naturally, as a race of immortal beings who are looked down upon by humanity who wants to torture them, there are a few which want to take over the world and manipulate others in order to do their bidding. While there are a few characters which represent different viewpoints and the show will actually switch perspectives between these characters from time to time, it really doesn't delve into any of their personalities or past experiences or anything like that. Just as an example with Kei, his likes are that he likes to find quiet places where he's not being tortured, and his goals are also to find quiet places where he's not being tortured. So needless to say, the story focuses more on a series of events instead of the characters themselves. Despite this fact, Kei manages to develop his survival instinct as a result of his experiences in the story, which in turn shape his personality. Even though I have my complaints about the characterization and also the presentation, because let's be honest, who didn't see that one coming, but I found this to be a pretty easy watch. I sat down and watched all of the episodes just in one sitting, and I found it pretty enjoyable. There's a variety of characters, and the perspective shifts between these, so there's always something happening. They space the action sequences out evenly throughout the story. Take a look at this scene right here, for example, as Sato runs into this facility, guns blazing, gets hit in the arm with a tranquilizer, cuts his damn arm off to stop it from going to the rest of his body, but then that's when he gets hit with several other darts and decides to kill himself so his body can regenerate his lost arm and get back up to keep killing people. Because we have just enough exposition into how these abilities actually work, we can see groups of Ajin strategizing to create these terrorist attacks, and the way that they use their abilities and the way that the military tries to counteract them, I felt that that was pretty enjoyable right there. But there's a few other scenes that I'd like to talk about, but I really don't want to spoil the experience for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, because it was pretty enjoyable. As far as the ending though, unfortunately Ajin ends with an incomplete experience as we wait for Season 2. Which is actually scheduled for 2016, so it's not that long of a wait. As for the presentation, Ajin is total CG, and I think the art style looks pretty good. You can pause it at any second there, and it's gonna look alright, but the issue that I have with it is actually playing it itself. Because this is animated at 30 frames a second, it's gonna be a bit choppy. It's not gonna be as fluid as I like. Maybe that's the PC Master Race coming out in me, but you know, the CG animation just doesn't hold up as well at 30 frames a second as it does when it's 60 frames. That's something I noticed, and honestly, after a few episodes, I didn't notice it as much, but some people may continue to have that issue with it. As for the voice acting, I watched this with its English dub, and it's not perfect, but it's on par with the quality of story that we're getting with Ajin here, because Ajin itself is honestly not perfect either. And the only issue that I have with the voice acting is that Sato has a voice actor that doesn't quite match his character. He makes these demands and threats which just doesn't feel right for him. My final score for Ajin is a 6.5 out of 10. If you're looking for something that's new with a bit of action that's a little bit different, then you might enjoy this. And if you're looking for something similar to this, then I would recommend checking out Parasite. If you've seen Ajin, let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. If you've read the manga, let me know how much better that manga is. I'm curious to know about that, because I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with Bamboo Blade.